What's good, guys? You got Don back in, and I'm going to be bringing another UU live. I actually built this team 2 days ago, and it was actually pretty fun to use, and I took it on the ladder. And last night I laddered up a bit, and I actually I peaked 77th on the ladder at 1611. I'm assuming the ladder is pretty low because of the UU suspect test. I don't know if that reset it or not. But the top of the ladder was, second place was 1705. And then the first place in the ladder was like 1805, so there's like 100 points between first and second place. But we were laddering up and we were getting pretty good with it. Unfortunately, we lost like 2 battles after that and got knocked down a bit. But I don't care. I think this team is really fun, and I'm gonna keep using it. And we're gonna ladder up with it. I will go ahead and show you the team. Let's see, while we're waiting. So we got 4 attack, Shookaberry, and Empoleon with max special attack. I chose 4 attack over like defog just because I know it puts a lot of pressure on Gligar with defogging and rocks, and it makes it harder to keep rocks up on my end. But Empoleon is kind of like a lure because people always want to bring in their Sylveons on Empoleon, or they want to bring in just mons that they think will take Scald or Ice Beam better, such as Blastoise. Even Grass Knot does 70% to Mega Blastoise, so it gets absolutely wrecked. And so we got a battle. We got Lobo, which is the Whimsicott with Pixie Plate, just offensive U-turn Whimsicott with Encore. It helps me stop like setup sweepers, or even like Chansey and Blissey from Chansey and Blissey from Wish Protecting and whatnot, and I can actually beat Blissey 1v1 if I come in on it after it used a passive move. We got Gligar, which is Eviolite, Defog, Stealth Rock, U-turn, Earthquake, and it's the Death Gligar. Just to take those hits a little better, we got the standard Beedrill, Mega Beedrill. We've got Yachi Berry, Dragon Dance, Rock Head, Tyrantrum with Outrage, Head Smash, and Earthquake. And this is like half Wall Breaker and half late game sweeper. It actually comes in a lot of handiness. I think really fantastic. This team actually struggles a bit with Conkeldurr, but outside of that, it's pretty easy to set up with. And then we've got Choice Band Entei to handle the steel types because the team is a little bit weak to steel types. So anyway, let's go ahead and get in this battle. Sorry, my dog decided to wait till right now to freak out and run around the house, so there's that. I actually think I want to lead with Empoleon here. So he leads Swampert, and I'll just go right for that Grass Knot. I don't know if he'd be expecting this. I feel like he thinks he's safe to just go right for an Earthquake, and we're able. That actually doesn't take it out in one hit, which is amazing. He probably outspeeds us now, unfortunately. So I don't really have the greatest of switch into this. I think what I'm gonna do is just go right into Whimsicott here. So he goes Fortress, and what I'm actually gonna do is just keep spamming Moonblast here. Reason being, if he gets up any sort of, unless he goes for Gyro Ball here, that'll suck, but if he goes for rocks or anything like that, then I can Encore him into it, and I can just whittle down Fortress. And keeping Fortress low is really nice here because the only thing on my team that really does a lot of damage to Fortress would be Entei probably, and probably what he's gonna do here is go into, I guess, like Blissey or something. So I'm just gonna Moonblast one more time. He goes Xatu, and I can just go ahead and Moonblast one more time on this. In fact, I might even U-turn. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to U-turn here. I can go right into Gligar, and I can go for Defog. And then what I can do after that is U-turn into, I think Tyrantrum's actually pretty fun here because, well, no, we still have Chestnut to get rid of. Once Chestnut is weakened, then Tyrantrum can just clean up after it gets one DD up. Granted, we hit Head Smashes and whatnot. So, I feel like he has no reason not to just stay in here. He'll probably U-turn, to be honest, into maybe like Swampert or Chestnut or something. This guy's taking a bit of time, which tends to happen when I'm having lives. That's fine, that's fine. I actually just finished watching the Sun and Moon reveal today. And those new ice mons, the I want to call them Delta because I'm so used to Insurgents, the Alola a Lola region Vulpix and 9 kills and a Sand Shoe and Sand Slash. That thing, I feel like they're really gonna like boost Ice this gen. I'm assuming that Sand Slash is gonna have like some sort of, like they're gonna make an ability that makes you faster in hail, like Snow Cleats or something like that. And Sand Slash will get that. And I'm just thinking about like Ice and Steel Stab, and then I'm sure it'll have Earthquake still, because that just wouldn't make sense for it not to have Earthquake anymore. I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds like a really cool concept. For Hades, I'm not really sure what that was supposed to do. I'm gonna just go into Beedrill here, and I'm gonna protect in case he goes for Side Shock again. And I have a free U-turn after that, because even if he goes Arcanine here, I can still U-turn out and I can go into probably Empoleon. Yeah, Empoleon is probably my best switch in. I could even go into Gligar and get up my rocks if I want to. There's one Arcanine and I can U-turn here. And honestly, what I might even do is just U-turn directly in Entei and just go for a Stone Edge. And I'm just going to go right for a Stone Edge, because Swampert's pretty low. The only thing to really come in on a Stone Edge is going to be Chestnut, and I don't think you play around with bringing Chestnut in on the Entei. So we'll either get pretty good damage off on Swampert, or, yeah. Now the question is, do I risk... I know he doesn't outspeed Gligar. Maybe you go for Ice Punch here. Yeah, I feel like Ice Punch is a reasonable play, but I'm going to go into Gligar anyway. Because I feel like he's sacking this and he's like, I don't lose anything by going for Ice Punch. He goes for Rest, which is not good for us. So, that was a Rock here. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock just so I don't lose anything by doing that. And then I can go for U-turn on the next turn. And then bring in basically. That is unfortunate that all of that fire damage I got and I wasted my Shuka Berry essentially. I should have just gone for the Stone Edge. So this battle's gonna drag out a lot longer than I wanted to, if he does go for the freaking Stealth Rock. I mean, Sawtooth. If this guy could make his moves faster, I would really appreciate that. Got a lot harder because Tyrantrum had an easier time sweeping before it got that rest off, and I didn't get any more damage on it. So I'm gonna have to make a lot more offensive, aggressive plays here, I guess. I'm gonna defog just because I can't have rocks on my side of the field, and then I'm gonna go directly back into Beedrill, and then this time I'm gonna Drill Run. Well, actually no, I don't want to Drill Run. I'm gonna hard switch into probably Empoleon, because I don't want to take any more Rocky Helmet damage from Arcanine. Alright, I feel like this guy's going to be a dick just because I said that and wait till like he has 10 seconds left to make his move. So he's going to go for Side Shock, and I'm just going to go for U-turn. He goes for Nightshade actually. And I'm gonna go into Tyrantrum here. And I'm just gonna fire off. No way he's going into Arcanine. He's probably going into Chestnut. So I'm gonna pull a double into Lobo. Actually, what do I lose from going for Head Smash? And it doesn't want to let me. He goes into Arcanine. I should have just put Head Smash, that would be dead. That's actually pretty freaking annoying. The lag on Showdown literally is actually been pissing me off. A lot of this stuff is pissing me off, to be honest. I guess I just sack Gligar now. And I'll just go for U-turn here. He goes for E-Speed. that. Unfortunately, we lost flag game. It didn't do what I needed it to do, as well as he has the opportunity to get rocks up whenever he wants. The only bright side is that he probably thinks I'm Stark or something. I'm just gonna go right into top because there's nothing barring him having a poison jab or something that it can do to me. He can't leech seed, he can get up spikes, I guess. Which will actually be kind of annoying if that's like rocks, bolts with gyro ball and then this is spike stacking. So he goes for wood hammer, that does pretty much nothing. I'm gonna Giga Drain actually, in case he goes into the Blissey, so I can get a bit of health back, because even if I'm doing like 12% of Blissey, 12% of 700 is still a crap ton. As he goes into Glagger, we still get a little bit of health back, so I can just U-turn here. And I'm gonna U-turn directly into Inte. Because Inte, I mean, his only switch in Inte is really gonna be Swampert. He might Volt Switch here. So he gets up his rocks. I honestly could have stayed in, but actually Sacred Fire is my best play here, because if I can get a burn off on Swampert, that'll be beautiful. He's asleep. He didn't burn his second turn of sleep, so I'm gonna just go for a Sacred Fire again. I'm pretty sure he didn't burn his second turn of sleep. Going to Robo here. Wait, what? He didn't burn any turns of sleep? Oh, that sucks. I'll just go for Moonblast here. Actually, I have to go for Giga Drain. Nope, Moonblast is actually the play. Nope, Giga Drain. Because regardless, I need to keep getting my health back. Yeah. So that, yeah, that's 12%. It's not even bad. What is he gonna do? I feel I'm pretty safe, unless he has like Thunder Wave, which will suck. Go into... I want to go Beedrill here, but he has a pretty good switch in Fortress to Beedrill. I have to pretty much hope he's not going to go for T-Wave, so he goes for the toss. And I'm going to just go for Head Smash here. And hope I hit. Goes to the Chestnut. That does absolutely nothing. I don't think I'm winning with Tyrantrum anymore. So what I want to do is, would he go for Wood Hammer here? I guess he kind of doesn't have a reason not to. I'm gonna go for Outreach just to get damage off on this. That still does nothing. Wood Hammer's gonna take it out. I don't think that crit mattered at all. I'm gonna Beedrill here and I'll put Drill Run. He goes for Spiky Shield and I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here. Ooh, I really choked this game away with not expecting that rest on Swampert. I should have known he was gonna be rest. The rest set just because of the death, but they took that grass knot really well, like way too well. That's 353 special attack. And I've got one more switch into, or yeah, two more switch ins, I believe. No, one more switch in with Beedrill, so I have to be careful with that. And I'll just go for Sacred Fire, and at this point I can just start spamming Sacred Fire. He has to bring in Swampert here, pretty much. I actually ran out of PP on Sacred Fire for the first time in my life the other day. It's pretty weird. So we still can technically win this game. Beedrill can actually clean up anytime it wants at this point. I can just Sacred Fire here, take out Zatu. I don't think that crit mattered. I am banded. I'll have to bring out Swampert, and I can just go directly into top. It's pretty much free. I almost want to just Sacred Fire on his rest again. If this thing wins. Well, actually, yeah, I have to keep this. I think what I should do is sack Napoleon here. Go to Earthquake, and I can just bring in this guy for free and go for a Giga Drain. He's gonna go Blissey, and I'm gonna just Giga Drain again. Because the second he goes for Soft Bullet, I can just U-turn and Encore. Hopefully he doesn't have T-Wave or something, that'll be pretty bad. But at least I can get his health back. Let's see. You want to U-turn here. That's entirely too much damage to me. And I have to go into NK now. And I have to go for Sacred Fire. Even if he, because he's really heavily invested in Sudeth, even if he were to go for Seismicross and just take me out here and not switch into Swampert, which is honestly the play he should make, because I don't think Sacred Fire kills. Alright. He goes for Toss, takes Blissey out. So now I'm free to just come into Whimsicott and win. So I don't really think there's a way for him to win there, because he either stacked his Swampert to 2 Sacred Fires, and then I could bring Entei back out and then bring it in to kill the last 2 mons whenever I wanted to, or Beedrill just won. And yeah, Beedrill just won and Swampert went down. So we're going to be able to pick it up. These battles are definitely pretty high level that I'm having so far. So for Psychic Spiky Shield, he's going to take this Pixie Plate boosted Moonblast, and it is going to hurt. Chestnut's gonna go down, and then I can just clean up with a Giga Drain and knock out Swampert. And that's gonna be GG. The ladder is gonna update. It usually takes a little while. I'm not sure where I am on the ladder now. I'll probably be like 1590 something. Alright, so I tilted a lot last night. I'm at 1561, so not bad. Go ahead and grab another one. What kind of time are we looking at? Wow, that was a almost 20-minute battle. That's crazy. So we're probably only going to be able to get like, maybe if this one goes fast we can get 2 more, but it's looking like we're probably going to have 1 more battle. Yeah, there's 100 UU battles. For that 100 UU battles going on right now, shouldn't take too long to find one. Alright, so he's going to probably lead Azelf. This team's actually kind of scary because of this thing right here. Again, I think I can just lead, he might lead me and Chow, which isn't a bad lead by any means. But what I could do is just lead Napoleon, I feel. Actually, I'm gonna lead Plague Guy, because unless he leads as his own Napoleon, in which case I can just U-turn on it. If he leads Azelf, then I can just really set it out. I'm gonna get up rocks first and foremost to break the stats on Venomoth or Azelf, making it a lot easier for Beedrill to just come in, actually. And Beedrill just kind of beats his team. As long as I don't let Venomoth set up, in which case I can double into Whimsicott and Encore it if it tries to Quiver Dance. So he goes for Hidden Power, Fire, I guess. He'll probably just go for Leaf Storm here. And I'm going to be U-turning out. So he goes for Giga Drain. I'm gonna go into Little Bow and bait him to go into the and bait him to go for the HP Fire. But I'm gonna Encore him into Giga Drain just to ensure that I don't lose and I get to maintain momentum. So I'm gonna Encore him, and then I can U-turn if he decides to go into Empoleon for whatever reason. Yep. And what I can do now is U-turn into Beedrill. Well, no, not in a Beedrill. If he stays in, then I'll go into Beedrill. Alright. Cool. So actually that's unfortunate because it made Whimsicott be pretty low, and I kinda need to keep that healthy. So I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and Drill Run here. because even if he decides that it's smart to go for a Giga Drain, I'm 4 times resisting it, and Beedrill actually has decent split F. I think it's like base 70 or 80. Yeah, base 80. So I'm gonna go for that drill run there, and I can just go for a U-turn. I don't really have to worry about him being scarfed, because even if he is scarfed, like none of his stabs, I mean he has 10 in lens, so it's gonna hurt, but yeah, I can just take out Venomoth early, which is really nice. And I think what I can do is just bring Gligar back out, because all of his mons, barring me and Xiao, are special attacking. So the question is, do I want to get damage off here? Alright, yeah, I feel like if I EQ here, then I break his Shucka, making it so Tyrantrum can have an easier time with it. And if he goes for rocks, I can just default. So I don't really lose anything. I lose a switch into me and Xiao, and that's about it. So he's gonna go for default. I'm gonna just get my rocks back up. So he goes for Ice Beam, and I can go into, I think Big Brody here is fine. I can dance, because hopefully he either gets rocks up or defaults here. If I get 2 DDs up, then I just win. Like, that's it. If he goes for a passive move here, then I get to Dragon Dance twice, and the Yachi Bear will pop on the Ice Beam. So even if he Ice Beams here, I can at least knock Empoleon out. Perfect. So this should be GG, I'm pretty sure. Gonna go for the Ice Beam. Yachi Bear is gonna pop. No crit, no freeze, no crit, no freeze. Perfect. And then we can just click Earthquake. And we are sitting pretty. I think we outspeed a +1 or like Scarf Hydreigon, I'm pretty sure. And we should be able to just Oko everything. I can just click Outrage as soon as Empoleon goes down. If he was smart, he would have gone into probably Hydreigon just to bait the Outrage. And then I would have locked myself into it, and Empoleon might have lived 1. So he got the rocks away, which sucks. But I'm just gonna click Outrage now. Even if Tyrantrum goes down, by no means is this my only way to win. In fact, I kind of had to use Tyrantrum right there, because every mon on his team outspeeds it and gives it trouble. So he does have the Sash. He's gonna explode. I'm gonna live. So we'll see now if he's like Life Orb, Fake Out me and Xiao. I'm gonna assume that he's like a Scarf variant or something. In which case, 339. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if he's Scarf, he doesn't outspeed me, because he doesn't break 500. And if me and Xiao doesn't outspeed me, then Hydreigon definitely can't just Scarf too. But if he's not Scarf me and Xiao, then I have to worry about that Fake Out, which sucks. I still have to go for Outrage, I don't have a choice. If he's Fake Out, that's actually great for me though, because I can just go for a Moonblast with Whimsicott. And Empoleon can actually clean up the game after that, so he's not, I guess he was like a Scarf or something like that. And here I'm just gonna stay in and go for Outrage, play around Confusion. I might break through, who knows. If we do break through, which is awesome, so we get a Tyrantrum sweep that is 5 mons killed by Tyrantrum. So that Yachi Bear definitely came through. And we break through again, and that is a Tyrantrum sweep, my friends. That is a Tyrantrum sweep. So we're gonna say GG. And I don't really care where I am on the ladder at that point. What kind of time are we looking at? We're at 23. Alright, so we're gonna grab one more battle. Hopefully this one can go by pretty fast too. That was really satisfying, man. That Tyrantrum sweep. I rarely use Dragon Dance Tyrantrum just because I feel like the Scarf or Bandit set, the Bandit set either just destroys something with Head Smash, like there's not really switch ins to it. Even Empoleon I think takes 40 to 50% from a Head Smash from a Bandit Tyrantrum, and Scarf pretty much blows everything bar like Mega Air, Dactyl, and Beedrill. So actually I feel like there's not really a place for Scarf Tyrantrum, because even at +1, all of those really fast starts, like it doesn't even outspeed Crobat, because I think it only hits 393 at +1. So there's not really a reason to run Choice Scarf, but Dragon Dance has a unique situation with the Yachi Berry where it can set up on things like Empoleon, or and the typing lets it set up on even like Celebi. Not really Camera because of Earth Power, but I don't know, I just like it. I was gonna use Hexorus over it, but I figured that Head Smash was a nice dual stab with Outrage, and it gave me a lot more win condition power. I think again I can just lead with Celebi probably. I mean not Celebi, Gligar. She leads Empoleon, and I can just get up, go for an Earthquake, break any potential Shucca berries, and then I can get up my rocks. In fact, I might even want to get up my rocks first. Although rocks don't really help me very much here. Alright, so once again, Showdown. And he gets the crit. Oh, the crit burn. Beautiful. I love Showdown. Only bad side now is that I know I no longer have a switch into the Deblade. But I can bring out Tyrantrum right now. And hopefully he doesn't go for Scald again. So I'm gonna DD here. I'm hoping he goes for Ice Beam or Zone Rocks. Oh fuck. You son of a bitch. Fair enough, fair enough. Well played, well played. I should have just gone for Earthquake there. So he's gonna be the Rocks, Defog, Scald, Roar set, I guess. He's gonna Defog there, and I can just go for Drill Run again. He doesn't have a switch into Drill Run or really Mega Beedrill in general. Kind of sucks we lost Gligar for no reason. We did put dents in this threat, which is Empoleon, because Empoleon does wall. It kind of walls Whimsicott, just because Whimsicott can't do enough damage to it fast enough, and Empoleon doesn't really have moves to touch it, bar like a Scald Burn. So he decides to go into Deblade, and I'm just gonna go hard into Kieran here. My Entei. He goes for the Sacred Sword. I can Sacred Fire here because he doesn't really have a switch in. I guess Camerupt is a switch into Sacred Fire, but Camerupt is actually kind of bulky. So he's gonna let Empoleon go down, so that's perfect for me. Only problem is now Tyrantrum has a bit of trouble setting up. So he's in the Camerupt, and he's probably gonna fire off an Earth Power or something like that. So does Whimsicott really do anything this match? Not really. I can risk this in case he goes Lava Plume. So he's Mega and he's gonna go for the Earth Power. Awesome. And I can U-turn into Mumble here. Shit. He had no reason not to go for Earth Power again. That's fine. And I can just fire for Scald. He'll probably switch out, but I mean, he goes into Magneton. Interesting. I am in Torrent, so that's gonna knock it clean out. Hey, puppy, stop. That Torrent Empoleon is nothing to mess with, man. Nothing to mess with. So I have 0 switch into this. I really would have liked to keep this because this is my way to beat Camerupt. Because Camerupt actually plows through my team. Again though, Whimsicott doesn't really do anything for me here. I might get lucky and he could be Fake Out and just go for Fake Out for whatever reason. So he goes for HJK. And honestly, if he Scarf, High Jump Kick probably won't kill me. Just because I quad resist it. And I can just go for a Drill Run again. And that will 2-hit KO Deblade. Alternatively though, if he's not Scarf, then maybe I should just U-turn here. No, Drill Run is the play. Sweet. So that crit's definitely gonna matter. I'm just gonna go right for Drill Run again. He can Shadow Sneak me and get a bit of damage. We actually might just lose to Scarf B and Shaw now that I'm looking at it. I need to keep Entei healthy, and I need to get a little bit of damage off on me and Shaw first. If he's Scarf, I can live 1 high jump kick with Entei, so I'll just keep that in the back. Again, Entei really only needs to come out to beat Celebi, I guess. So that shouldn't be too difficult to do. So he's gonna let me Drill Run this, and I get a lot of damage off on his whole team. So this is looking really nicely for me. I think Beedrill kind of just cleaned up now because I can just stay in and keep clicking Drill Run, and the minute he decides it's smart to go into Celebi, I can just Poison Jab that, and I'm not getting U-turn because U-turn gives him momentum, and he doesn't have a switch in a Poison Jab, so I'm assuming he'll just bring in me and Shao here, as he does. I'm gonna protect here, see what he wants to go for. So he's gonna go for the U-turn, and I'm gonna, yeah. So he forfeits. We had that game in the bag anyway, and that is gonna be a good lab. I think that is 3 good quality matches. We get the forfeit at the end. We had the sweep of the Tyrantrum, so we got to show off a little bit of heat, I guess. I guess not really heat because it is a unit though, but you don't see Tyrantrum in E very often just because Haxorus, for the most part, outclasses it just because of its speed tier, and it's got a monstrous attack stat. Again, I almost used it. I've actually never used Haxorus very seriously before, or never got it to work well. So we're at 1584. See where we ended on the ladder. I'm sure the ladder's a lot higher than it was last night anyway. Nope, not really. So we are at right here, 120 on the ladder, not bad. So yeah, if you guys like that team and you want me to paste spin or anything, I'll be more than happy to. Just message me in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked it. So yeah, if you liked it, leave us a like and subscribe. Peace.